Hello again and welcome back to Scott Reviews Things in the 2024 Advent Calendar, day number 3. 16 days to go until the big day, 18, 17, 16. Wanda's thinking.
You only had 2.
I've had 2. Day 3, 16 days to go. You're going to stay there because shit. So far, let's recount. We've had
It's
the
the
big
16th one today.
Sorry?
16th one today then.
Yeah, 16. So we've had Big Stupid Westie from Verdant, which was absolutely tremendous. We had the Elusive beer, which was a Indian Porter, which was really good. I really like that one as well. And we're going to go in for number 3, which is 16, because of the way that it's very confusing to me sometimes. Because most calendars count up and Wanda's always counts backwards, and it always confuses me. But number 16. Hope you're having a good week. Wanda's calendar is due on Friday for the people that really want to know.
Ooh. I forgot I even had one.
Huh?
I forgot I was getting one.
Yeah, it's just lost in translation somewhere along the line. 8 days to go, 16 days to go. Here we go. Another third beer out, 16 days to go. And this says, hope you have a good Christmas. Sure I will. Hope you have a good Christmas. And you, Wanda. Wanda's the most important, not that in there. Horrible.
Oh God, he's a nightmare at Christmas. He
really
acts
just
like
wants
a
to help
child.
He wants you to help him.
He wants to open everything, doesn't he? He
Doesn't
gets
he,
really
yeah.
excited.
Ooh. So I've just caught the bottom of it. It says cloud water. So that's interesting to me. That's a great name for a beer, this, because I've bemoaned the fact that a lot of breweries just concentrate on New England IPA and hazy IPA, and they don't make a lot of West Coast IPA. So this is from Cloudwater and Green Clock Beer Company. Never heard of them, so that sounds quite interesting. And this is a fantastically named West Coast IPA is dead. Which is absolutely tremendous. A clear and distinctively hop-forward West Coast IPA. This is a collaboration that was inspired by the idea that West Coast IPA is at its best when it is living, breathing, evolving. I'll read that out when I review it. ABV is 7.2, so it is in the where it should be, up above 6, 7%. We're absolutely spot on with. So I'm going to turn the camera on outside and try the West Coast IPA is dead, which is a fantastic name for a West Coast IPA from Cloudwater. Now I have had a couple of Cloudwater West Coast IPAs, and they've been alright. Very decent brewery. So I don't think we're going to go too wrong with that one. 3 beers that look to be absolutely fantastic. The first 2 were really good. That's going to be tremendous, I would imagine. I need to have a look at where Green Clock Brewing Company, a beer company, are from. Maybe they're American, because I've not heard of them. So we'll have a little bit of a goggle and see where they come from. And I'll see you for the review probably tomorrow. Right. I've made a bit of balls up there. There's a Green Cheek beer company out in California. So if they can't make a decent West Coast IPA, let's be honest, there's no hope for anybody. Here we go. Here we go. Beer number 3. Let's bring it with me. Beer number 3. Our Wanda's Magic Homemade Advent Calendar. Hello again, and welcome back to Scott Reviews Things. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this fucking enormously. These are the first 2 beers out of the box. You should have seen them by now. I'll just make sure I push record. Should have done. Here. So yeah, first 2 beers out of the box. Big Stupid Westie from Verdant. Absolutely fantastic. Side Quest. A Export India Porter from Elusive. Tremendous. And now this one. Now I've got high hopes. We got high hopes for a living. For this one, Cloudwater, one of the top breweries in the UK. And a brewery I think I called Green Clock, because my eyes are terrible and I hadn't got glasses on. But it's not, it's Green Cheek Beer Company. So I apologise profusely to Green Cheek Beer Company, who are out on the west coast of California. Now, if they can't make a decent West Coast IPA, then we're all in trouble. And this is the fantastically named West Coast IPA is dead. Now, as I said in the unboxing, I bemoan to a large extent. I quite enjoy a New England IPA, hazy IPA, whatever you want to call them these days. The supermarket fare are generally absolute shit. That's a bit unfair. I think they're at a standard now where I don't think we're going to see the likes of New England versus Brewdog versus Cloudwater, which was tremendous, and I think we've been on a steady decline since then, whereas West Coast IPA generally gets ignored by the supermarkets, and you have to look quite a long way to find a decent West Coast IPA. Obviously the bitter the better for me, but it doesn't appear to be working in the beer trade, where people want soft, pillowy, juicy mouthfeels. I want a raging bitterness, I want it pithy, I want it marmalade, I want it resinous pine. And yeah, sadly not enough breweries do a really good take on a West Coast IPA. Now this sounds absolutely tremendous. I did have a really good West Coast IPA from Staggeringly Good called Forward to the Past, but it lacked a little bit on the ABV. I think it was at 5.2. 5.2. I'd like it to be north of 6. North of 6. And this is 7.2 on the ABVs. And it says, this is a collaboration that was inspired by the idea that West Coast IPA is at its best when it is living, breathing, evolving, by paying homage to the classics and also by stretching its boundaries. Modern breweries are helping it find new audiences. I do hope it doesn't mean it's not bitter. I would be very, very upset if it isn't. This beer embodies this way of thinking, letting the Simcoe and citrus sing loudly while the malt base is relatively reserved. Brewed without crystal malt, the IPA is clear without a heavy malt profile. Interesting. With this IPA, you're getting a clean and bright beer with a rewarding hoppy bitterness underpinned by the fruitiness of the Citra and the rich pine of the Simcoe. As long as it's piney and it's got that resinous nature to it, and it's pithy and all of those sort of bitterness, I'm going to be happy. Well, Cloudwater, fantastic brewery. So let's stop waffling on and see what we get. I say, being a West Coast based brewery, you would hope the Green Cheek know what West Coast tastes like. I never mind to pick it apart. Anyway, I'm getting a lovely aroma from there already, mate. Thank you very much. You're welcome, Scott. Thanks. In the glass, it's got that West Coast sort of, I call it like sort of cactus vibe to it, but it does look like a lovely West Coast IPA. Straw coloured, quite a little bit of carbonation going on in there. Head's dissipated. Let's get the nose. Yeah, but citrusy, heavy on the citrus. There is a pine nature going on in there. Less marmalady, but you're getting that citrus spike and grapefruit spike as well, so I don't mind that too much. And there is a hint of the alcohol. Wanda and you guys, happy Christmas. Cheers. Interesting. Oh, it's just kicked in a little bit. I was about to say, there's not a huge, and it isn't huge actually. It's not got a huge piney background to it. There's enough there. There is enough there to give it what I want. It's all about those citrus notes. It's absolutely right. The malt build is very gentle. So sometimes with a West Coast, and I think that a West Coast does need that sometimes, which is a nice malt build to it. This is very, very slight in the malt. It's all about those hops shining. Very citrus forward. So you're getting lemon, grapefruit. There's a little bit of lime actually coming through. Nice sweetness in there. And that dies away. And you're left with a very gentle pine. 7.2% was it? Nowhere to be seen. Very easy drinking for 7.2%. And that 7.2% gives it a nice sort of body. There's a bit more body to it rather than... I really like this. I've had a few of these now because it's a very decent sessionable West Coast IPA. I think you'd be on your back after about 4 of these. It's a very decent beer. I'm going to be very critical. It's slightly lacking in slight departments. Not enough resinous pine for me. Bitterness is okay, but I would like it ramped up slightly, and a little bit more marmalade, but that would have come from a completely different use of the hops. Centennial, Chinook, Cascade, those sort of things, and what they've used is the Simcoe and the Citra, which is going to give you that slight pine and those citrusy notes. So it is really good. It could be better. We've got to be completely honest. I'm not going to sit here and just say it's fantastic for the sake of it. It is a really nice beer. I'm going to go sit and enjoy that. I've earned that. I've done lots of running. So yeah. West Coast IPA. West Coast IPA is dead. That definitely gets a place on the can wall for an absolute start because it's fucking brilliant. And I am going to give it a thumbs up because that's my channel. I can do what I fucking want. So yeah, if you've seen this about, or if you like a West Coast IPA, pick it up. If you had it, let me know in the comments. Your thoughts on West Coast IPA in general? A style that doesn't get showcased enough in my book. And I know Wanda said that this box has got a theme, so hopefully there's a lot more West Coast IPAs to come, because I think West Coast IPA really does need shining a light on, as well as all the nice hazy, pillowy soft, fruity IPAs do. On that note, I'm going to finish this beer. Leave a comment in the comments box. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down. There's a subscribe button somewhere. See you soon.